It's Tuesday, August 17th, 2010, and this is the Morning Swim Show. I'm Jeff Cummings, filling in today for Peter Bush. Today we're continuing our visit with the Australian national team who arrived in the United States last week in preparation for the Pan Pacific Championships, which starts tomorrow. Brenton Rickard will be competing in the 100 breast in a very packed field that includes Olympic champ Kosuke Kitajima and a couple of Americans looking to get on the podium. By breaking the world record in the 100 breast last year in the World Championships, Rickard looks to be the top contender for the gold. And Brenton Rickard joins us right now in the Finis Monitor from Irvine. Brenton, how are you doing today?
Very well, thanks.
Good. So we've been looking at the lineup for the breaststroke events at Pan Pacs, and it looks like it's going to be one of the most exciting events from top to bottom. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a breaststroker, but what are your thoughts on how the breaststroke looks for Pan Pacs?
I think it's a really good field. Obviously, Kitajima's got 4 Olympic gold medals at home, so he's definitely one of those guys you want to get one up on him when you get a chance. But the other Japanese guys have been swimming fantastically along with the Americans, and of course there's my teammate, the world record in the 200-meter breaststroke, Christian Springer, going to be around as well. So in terms of quality opposition, it's really world class.
Do you feel like there is a target on your back now that because you have the world record in 100 breast, or are you going to this meet thinking, I'm the underdog, I haven't really put up a time that has matched these other guys yet?
I think it's a little of both. I think probably last year was one of those situations where people kind of wrote off the fact that I won a world championship and broke a world record because of the suits and because Kitajima wasn't there. So I still feel like I've got a lot to prove and a lot to really demonstrate to the swimming community. But at the same time, I think people, when they announce who holds the world record, it'll be my name being called out. So I do kind of feel like people will be trying to get one up on me as well.
Well, now that we're in the post-high-tech suit era, a lot of people have said that they've done some changes to their training and their stroke and whatnot. Have you changed anything with your stroke, or has everything pretty much stayed the same?
There hasn't been too much change with my stroke. There's been a pretty massive change when it comes to my training. I actually left my coach for the last 15 years, Vince Raleigh, after Worlds last year, and the Gold Coast with Glenn Baker as my new coach. So we've been mixing things up a fair bit compared to what I used to do. So I'm very, very interested to see how that turns out into what type of results I can swim, and I'm really confident and looking forward to it.
Well, when we had talked last November, you had mentioned you were making that move. Has it been pretty much the everything that you expected, or have there been any setbacks so far?
No setbacks. I really feel like I got everything that I wanted from the move. There was a nice change in training methods and ideology, I guess, and really trying to work at, I think, is a part of it, and probably do less swimming just for the sake of swimming. So to me, it's been what I've been looking for, and as I said, I'm really confident in how I'm going to swim this next week.
Which event do you like better, the 100 breast or the 200 breast?
I definitely prefer the 100 breast. It's a tough one to say because obviously I've had a fair amount of success in the 200 breast as well. I think it's one of those things that the 100 breast is such a knife edge event. If you're a little bit too slow or a little bit too hard on that first lap, it can really, it's very hard to make up time or improve, whereas the 200 breast, you've probably got a little bit larger margin for error, but at the same time, when you get that 100 right, like I did last year in Rome, I don't think there's a better feeling than that.
Well, I think you're one of those rare people, Kitajima aside, who, and also Hugh DeBosque of France, who has been successful in the 100 and 200. You also got the bronze medal in the 2008 Olympics in the 200. So I'm sure a lot of people are looking at you to say, this is kind of the breaststroker we like, that could do the 100 and 200, because I'd say maybe 15 years ago that wasn't really the case. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's probably been a bit of a change towards trying to combine those two events and not just be a flat-out sprinter or a flat-out distance breaststroker as such. And as you say, there's a few of us going around at the moment that have that versatility, win medals in both events, or at least final in both events. So, I'm obviously don't mind which one I do well in, as long as I do well in either of them or both of them. But I always kind of consider myself a 100-meter swimmer that swims up to the 200.
All right, that's a good philosophy, Brenton. Thanks for joining us, and best of luck to you at Pan Pacs.
No worries. Thanks very much.
All right, that's world record holder and world champion Brenton Rickard joining us. And just to remind you, Swimming World TV will be on deck in Irvine at Pan Pacs, providing you with lots of content. Just go to swimmingworld.tv to get the best coverage. Tomorrow on the Morning Swim Show, we'll talk to Aussie sprinter Marika Gerer. We'll see you then.